Hi, my name is Neb Kamusen Atumure, and this is the fourth video in the Black History series, CAIN and ABEL. Anu El created will. He created a force that divides into two natures, 180 degrees of positive, that is the nature of the Anunnaqi Seraphim, angels, and 180 degrees of negative, that is the nature of the Anunnaqi, cherubim, jinn, or the counterpart. Man has labeled the parts good and evil. But evil is not what Anu created. He created the two natures. The nature of the angels from the light, and the nature of the jinn from the smokeless fire and imperfection, representing emotions when anger is aroused. So in your mind or spirit, when you are making a decision, you fight a battle of good and evil. A jihad, a war rages inside of you as you fight within your soul to make a choice. The 180 degrees of positive and 180 degrees of negative struggle within you as two warriors evenly matched, grappling to overcome one another. But Kadmon slipped, erred, went astray when he told Iblis, about will, something that Iblis had no knowledge of. As a result, Iblis rebelled in Holy Quran 7:11 through 12, which states, and when we, Eloheem Anunnaqi, Israel, created you all, give you your image, Sawar, fashioning you, we said for all the angelic beings, Eloheem Anunnaqi, to prostrate for Adam, Kadmon, Zakar. So the Elohim, they prostrated, except for the rebellious Eloheem Anunnaqi, Iblis, of the species of malevolent beings, jinn, also called Azazel, or Lucifer, Halal, son of the reptilian Shachar. He was not of those benevolent beings, Seraphim, who prostrated. He was of the malevolent beings, cherubim, not a benevolent being. He, Anu, said, what hindered you, Iblis, Hilal, Samael, that you did not prostrate when I commanded you to? He, Iblis, said, I am better than he, Adam. Zakar, you created me of fire, and you created him of clay. Unquote. Kadmon was cast out of the heavens and placed in the Garden of Eden on earth. So Iblis and his helping agents were cast out into the earth. Man was to be tried to submit to Indo-Aryan El. Iblis was respited until a certain time. Do you understand, people? In this period of time, he would try to make man error in the laws laid down for man on earth by Anunnaqi, as he, Iblis, had successfully done in Eden, in Babylon, in Sodom and Gomorrah, amongst the children of Israel, and still up until today. Iblis has many vice agents from the company of man, witches, warlocks, soothsayers, fortune tellers, mediums, and devil worshippers. Deuteronomy 18:10 through 13. Iblis has many vice agents from the company of the jinn. Jan, father of the jinn, he entices you with music and pleasure seeking. Ifrits, they are malicious and manifest themselves through the ghosts of wicked dead people. Shaitan, physical race of jinns, the Canaanite Caucasian beastmen. Marids, the most powerful sect of jinn. The color of this tribe is glaring red. Jinnia, female jinn. These are seductresses, whores, witches, and the like. You know, like Blondie, your female messenger. Jinnia entices men to have sexual intercourse, then kills them. She may take on any form of a woman, from a righteous Muslim to a prostitute. In these days, the true name of the life giver should come to light. Allah, which has the meaning life giver. His sacred name is Hu, from which you get Yahuwah, O he who is. The 144,000, his sons and daughters, will come to a new Islam. Nu'abu al-Islam in its pristine beauty. And the little ones will be the elders. Holy Quran 92 verses 5 through 7 states, so as for him who gives alms and trembles at the mention, and sadaqah, trust in doing al-husna, good works. So we, Eloheem, Anunnaqi, will lead him to al-yusra, the easy way, nu'abu. Holy Quran 6:125 states, so whoever the source Allah wants to lead into guidance, expanding his chest for Islami, the peaceful way of life, nu'abu, and whoever he wants to lead astray into error, he makes his chest narrow, unexpanded, harajan, restricted. He can't receive inspiration. It is as if he, yasa'adu, climbs upwards in al-samai, the sky. Just like Allah makes el-rijsa, the filth and abomination upon those who are not of the faithful ones. Then Holy Quran 15:35 through 40 states, and surely on you is al-la'na, the physical curse, to Yawm al-Din, the day of judgment, the day of decision. He, Samael, said, Nachash, oh my Rab, look upon me. Give me a chance until the day they are Yabathun, they are raised back to life. He, the source, said, you Iblis are surely of those to be looked upon, till a day and time made known, 6,000 years. He, Samael, El-Khannes, Nachash, the whisperer says, the whisperer said, oh my Rab, because you left me to go astray, verily I will make disagreeable acts look Zayana, fair seeming to them on the planet of the earth, and I, Nachash, the whisperer, will cause them to go astray into error, all of them, except your slaves and Mukhlasina, the purified ones, children of Nuwaubu, unquote. Nuwaubu is Al-Islam in its pristine purity, the easy way. Are you listening, people? When Kadmon was born, Anunnaqi breathed the breath of life into his body, and he became a living soul. Likewise, the descendants of Kadmon are born with a spirit and their third eye opened. The Canaanite, Caucasian beast man is a kind of man. He is born with the spirit of Shaitan. Are you listening, people? He can only of himself invoke the lower senses of man, envy, greed, vanity, jealousy, etc. Anunnaqi did not breathe the breath of life into the Canaanite Caucasian beast man. Let me repeat what the angel is saying to the people. Anunnaqi did not breathe the breath of life into the Canaanite Caucasian beast man. The Caucasian is a kind of a man, and the spirit that dwells in him is that of Shaitan. It is essential for me. It is essential for me to once again stress that fact that the beast man has no compassion and will try to eliminate anyone who stands in his way. He is a good actor, and therefore he acts out the compassion, the mercy, the kindness, and all the other emotions. He is an imposter posing as you, speaking. He is an impostor posing as you. He therefore can make you laugh or cry at his TV programs or movies. In scroll number 9, the science of healing, the angel Melchizedek explains to us the science of the light bulb on page 42. The seed of light of the third eye at the top of the nasal pyramid. A brightly lit light bulb is man's third eye opened. The mirror, brow seat, an open mental reservoir of knowledge, ether. A light bulb that is not energized is man with his third eye closed, not yet opened. However, a blown out light bulb is indicative of the leper. The leper's third eye, a closed reservoir of knowledge ether. Soul is that which emits emotions of grief, sorrow, fear, greed, jealousy, happiness, hate, love, etc. Soul exhibits personality, which is the character or distinctive qualities of an individual. This is what makes man different from mankind. Mankind, who is the pale Amorite race, the physical devil, has no soul. He only has the spirit of the devil. His nature is evil, negativeness. Even when he sets out to do right, the end result is evil. Now, man will always be spiritual, but he has to develop his senses and ability, the things he has forgotten. The Canaanite Caucasian beastman in no way can come into contact with the spiritual. For the beast man is mankind, a kind of man. The pale man came into being over 1,000 years after Adam was placed in Eden. The pale man came from a curse placed upon Canaan, by Noah. Let me repeat myself. The pale man came from a curse placed upon Canaan by Noah. The Amorite has an etheric code only because he came through the Nubian original man. The Amorite has no access to the heavens. He has no soul. He acts off of instinct like a dog. What you do, he does. Unquote. Taken from the scroll, the 9 principles in human beings. You rap, he raps. You swag, he swags. You hip hop, he hip hops. You pray, he prays. He preaches. Do you follow? Nibiru is that holy city, the New Jerusalem of Revelation 21:2, that is coming down from Anu-Alun out of heaven, prepared as a wife, adorned for her husband. Nibiru will rapture Nubians, black people, niggers as they call us, back for special schooling in the galaxies of Orion, Arcturus, Pleiades, Job 8:19 and 20, Job 9:9, Job 38:31, Amos 5:8, and John 8:23, and to the planet Rizq in the 19th galaxy Ilion, Holy Quran 83:18 and 19. Arcturus is 36 light years away from the planet Earth. There are people like us who are the sons of the earth. We will be schooled there for 1,000 years all told, then be returned to earth. Only one day will have expired here on earth after spending 1,000 years in heaven, because these galaxies vibrate faster than ours. Do you follow? There is an armada of 7 warcrafts accompanying the planet ship Nibiru. Size-wise, they are all larger than the planet Earth. In that fleet, there is a special group of 19 beings whose expressed purpose is the extermination of the entire race of the Canaanite Caucasian beastmen. Holy Quran 20:102. Now, as the Pope, cardinals, bishops, priests, reverends, pastors, preachers, rabbis, kohanes, imams, maulana, etc., to explain to you how, when, by what means, and for what purpose are Caucasians going to the heavens, being that they continually preach this falsehood. Holy Tablets, chapter 7. Tablet 5, verses 143 through 145 tells us, "Now, I, Michael, have shown you the secrets of life and breath. If you will become as one of us, Anunnaqi again. However, if not, you wilt go down into the earth. The gate will always be open, the vortex which is the pathway to you, if you climb the path to the pure green light, which will lead you home. The crystal city awaits only the 144,000, and each of you shall be called when your DNA explodes in awareness. And at that exact moment is when you are truly not alone. And that your Etherian parents have sent forth the Anunnaqi to enlighten the chosen amongst you, to enlighten you. Once your mind eye is open and you can truly see with your inner being, then you are prepared. And the ladder will be let down for you to climb each step to your place in the crystal city. Unquote. Also Genesis 28, 10 through 16. Since 1989, people, this scroll, number 9, the science of healing, has taught us how to polarize the third eye for receiving messages and how to open the third eye. Do you follow? Holy Quran chapter 7, tablet 5, verse 88, under the heading, the subheading, the process of healing, we read, how do the Anunnaqi, or the angels of the green light, fit into the process of healing? How are the healings manifested? What power is at work to help you regain your physical perfection? Sometimes instantly, sometimes over a shadow period, sometimes requiring longer. The great healing force which operates under direction of the subconscious mind is available to everyone. It is a life force which, if properly directed, could keep perfect every physical form which heals everything. It is the green light directed by Mordokot. Peace and blessings of Anu be upon you, ruler of Malakut. The secret is to understand how to direct his life force to release tensions within and to stimulate its vibrations to bring all the cells of your physical body form into harmony one with the other. Mordokot. Peace and blessings of Anu, El Elo, be on him, releases this same healing force within Al Qobata, the center of the sons of the green light. Through mind power focuses with full intensity upon the inner world and upon the acceleration and direction of the inner forces. That's how. Also employ the use of Taful. Also employ the use of Taful. There go that word again. And meditation. Visualization of the presence of the green light, affirmation of the power of his presence, and stimulating through focalizing the thought force, the tremendous life energy within and surrounding the physical form. Through this focalizing mind power, the green light forces act like a magnet stimulated within. It immediately begins to attract from the swirling sea of ethers around us the sweeping current of green light, which is awaiting to be drawn into any reservoir of life force. Thus stimulated, the physical form becomes an electromagnetic force field, surging with increased power and drawing more and more potent currents into itself from the surrounding ethers. Every molecule, every atom which builds up the cells of the physical body is built around a minute center of light, which is the spiritual force. It is this infinite small light dot, divine in aspect, life of light from Anu, Alun, the Most High, the highest, which is the secret power that holds together the atom and the molecule. It is the center of the molecular solar system. The atom is nothing more than a tiny solar system charged with electric and magnetic power. If the atmosphere around you is completely charged with positive vitality, and the currents of life force is joy and happiness, it is from the Anunnaqi Seraphim. Zakar Kadmon, son of the Anunnaqi. Our physical form automatically will take enough of it to supply a perpetual flow so that he would never experience illness, unquote. whilst living at Jazir Abba, upstate New York, in the Catskills Mountains in the late 80s, the angel Melchizedek told the little group that resided there, I want to make you all rich, but you won't listen to me. Years later, in the early 90s, he gave us as much gold as we were able to handle. However, not physical gold, which most of us expected, but spiritual gold, in the form of the gold book. The introduction to which states, this sacred tablet of Tamare is an emotional gift, an outpouring of the soul and spirit of the Anunnaqi Eloheem Malachi Zodoka. Inspired from the old Book of Light, but raised to a higher level to relate to the stress that earthlings were putting him through. So he sat and began to call out to the ancient ones for their spiritual assistance, and miraculously the tables began to turn in his favor. Therefore, he felt that this little tablet would be a salvation for those spiritual children who are a part of the Nuwaubu family. Each of the supplications can be read at any time, at any place, and even better, memorized, and with the Nuwaubic rhythmically recited and chanted in tones to heighten the transfer of power from the ancient ones. Do you understand? Reading the supplications from the gold book heightens the transfer of power from the ancient ones to you. Not this double cross. Sit back and put yourselves inside these words. Let them be a part of you. Let them be your emotion.